Throughout my life, many people have said to me, okay, Richard, life could change in a second, in a flash. Always appreciate the things that you have in your life, your family, everything you have. Because sometimes your health, anything. Because sometimes life shocks you. Just like that. It's like that movie, Carlito's Way. You ever see it? With Al Pacino, Carlito Brigante. Remember when Benny Blanco from the Bronx, he says, if I ever see you in my club again, you die. Just like this. Right? I probably should have used that analogy, but the point is that could be very fast, where things shift. That's what happened to me with my wife. My wife, I'll tell you a story, okay? She's been dealing with cancer since 2015. But all this time, even though she was dealing with it and it turned to stage 4 cancer in 2017, she was such a strong fighter, my wife, She was such a powerful person. She always got through things over the years, Got whatever treatment she had to get. But like I told my wife from the beginning, I'm not a believer in none of this shit. And I was against it from day one. I want you to know, when the first treatment they wanted her to get was the mastectomy, I told her, don't do it. The cancer was trapped in her breast. I said, there's no reason to do this. You're gonna expose it to your whole body. I was reading. I'm not a doctor, but I was reading up on a lot of it, and everybody who experienced this stuff was against surgeries, against all this stuff. And I had a nurse even tell me, I don't want to mention the name because you'll get in trouble, but she's like, if it was up to me, she goes, even though this is my career, she goes, I would never have anybody do surgeries or any treatments on anyone. I'll lose my nursing license if you ever gave my name. Don't do that. But she goes, that's how I truly feel. Because all of this results into one thing. The day that I am at today. All of the treatments, all of the surgeries result in the day that I am facing now, which is that my wife is in such a horrible situation that there's no words to describe. This is like Nightmare on Elm Street. This is like a horror film. Like, you wouldn't think this is real life. It doesn't feel like real life to me. I still think at some point I'm going to wake up from a nightmare. She's in a situation where the cancer spread very, very aggressively. I was on the phone. I was talking with the neurosurgeon, and they were just like, there's nothing anymore we could do. Like, they don't even want to touch it. The cancer has spread where now there's the liquid from the tumors, I guess they push on each other. That's, the liquid's all over the brain. It's messing up her memory. It's messing up her ability to walk, talk, speak. It's a sin. Let's just say that it's starting to affect her memory now, to the point where she doesn't remember certain things that she should remember. Like she's very happy to see her family. Like, I bring in the kids. She's very happy to see them. And you get the sense that she knows who they are. She's looking at them. But, when I asked her, they had her on the full mask that covers the nose and the mouth. But for a little while, they took off that one and they just gave her a mask that, she breathes through the nose. I was trying to get her to talk a little bit. I was like, Jennifer, were you happy to see your kids? It's very nice. Like one or two words, that's it. And it's very, because of all the congestion, it's very clogged. Very nice. It's just very sad, man. And the next thing would be, do you remember your daughter? What's her name? Her daughter's name is Sophia. But she'll say, what's her name? What is your daughter's name? Diane? I was like, no. What's your name? Sophia? No. It's like, it's just a bad situation. And obviously, when you're in a situation like this, where a girl has memory issues and can't eat, she hasn't eaten in 6 days. She hasn't drank any liquids in 6 days. Can't get up, can't walk, can't move. And on top of all of this is battling pneumonia. Can you imagine? So that's what the nurse is telling me. She's like, we're not going to feed her because she'll aspirate. You even put a little drop of food in her mouth, she told me. She'll just cough and gag until she probably passes away. She goes, But at some point, they're all pushing me now for hospice. It's the inevitable. I was just, you know what it is that people have said? I was trying to give her a fighting chance. That's it, with this pneumonia. That's all my goal was. My goal was to give her a fighting chance to get over this, pneumonia. And unfortunately, it's a very tough situation. Not sure if she's going to be able to get over it, but that's all I'm trying to do. I just want to see her in a position where, we could spend a little bit more time together, where she's not coughing and gagging and covered, in an entire face, like the breathing mask. And that's what I was just trying to do. Put her in a setting where she could spend a little drop more time with her family before hospice. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this is not something I'm rocking the boat with today. We still got time. They said it could take up to 2 weeks. I don't know if she's going to be able to be alive that long without food. I mean, they're giving her the IVs, the minerals, and they explained to me that there's some kind of food content in these things. I don't know, they were explaining it to me. But she was telling me that's the least of your concerns. She was telling me, believe it, she's good. She's hydrated. We're giving her the IV. She goes, you got to worry about other big issues, like the brain cancer has gotten to the point now where she told me it's irreversible and can't be fixed. What kind of life quality? Like, that's what they're all saying to me. They're just like, there's nothing left now. It's just about comfort care. That's the terminology they use, comfort care. And yes, my family is hurting. I don't care what any of you say. Some of you think that I'm hurting. And my children are hurting. This is a nightmare for us. We're losing the most important part of our family. And I don't know how we're going to keep it together. I have to keep it together for my family. I have to be strong. And I have been. But that's why I do my music. I pour out my heart. I pour out my emotion through my music. And I have this service. It's called the Thank You Song. So basically, it's a very simple thing. If you have a good heart and you would like to do a good deed, I would like to make your good deed become immortal. In other words, I write a song. It's basically in dedication of your good deed and my wife's life, a celebration of her life. 46-year-old, very young. It's so sad. Mother of 2 beautiful children, my beautiful wife, my partner, Jennifer. A celebration of her life and a celebration of your good deed. It's basically a very small entertainment tip on my Cash App. All of this information is in the description of this video. On my Cash App is the $ RichardLevoi, RichardLevoi. Cash App. So it's the $ RichardLevoi. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. The $ Richard, RichardLevoi. Any entertainment tip. It's not a donation. It's an entertainment tip for a service where I will write a song called the Thank You Song, dedicated to your good deed, your good heart, and helping a beautiful wife, mother of 2 children, and a family in need. God bless you. That's the update. And I will be in touch. God bless all of you. God bless you, and God bless your families.